Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to be talking through why it's okay to throw your games. And when I say throw, I don't necessarily mean troll on purpose and like stab your teammate in the back. What I'm talking about is having the mindset and the willingness to break your routine. So we all get in this pattern of playing Counter-Strike where we're trying to win. And that's a good thing, and we should not try and lose, obviously. But when you're only trying to win, you get into these habits and then you get into these patterns and you don't even realize how to assess your game anymore because you're stuck in the same loop. Look at this game that I did of Deagle only, and it's not the only way that I tried to like throw. My team actually gets so mad at me here and they try and kick me and stuff. I mean, you can see that like I'm struggling and there's some times that I troll, and the reason I did this was so that I could take some time and really assess my mechanics of when I swing. Do I feel confident? Do I look confident? Am I counter strafing on time? Am I lining up that first shot for a headshot? And in some of these clips you see like I whiff like crazy and then eventually I get the kill. But when I'm assessing like how I'm doing on my rifle, my deagle actually exposes a lot for me of how that first bullet is going. Now, the major difference between a deagle and a rifle, obviously, is that with the rifle, you get more chances after the first shot to make it right. And you have space to fail, and you have room to fail. And so this game, I committed to basically just 100% deagle only, work on my mechanics, work on my feel for getting the first shot. Like, here's the thing. You can deathmatch all day long, but until you're in a game and you feel an opponent moving, a player moving on the other side, if you get the sense of how they're playing throughout the game and the mistakes that you're making when you die, like you can't learn that in a bot server. You can't learn that in a deathmatch server. You've got to sit in a game and try and play it out and have a very, very low window for error, right? That's what the deagle provides you, is a very low window for error. By having that low window for error, you're actually able to see the things that you're doing wrong. And that frees you up the next time that you play so that you can rifle comfortably and rifle in a way that feels like you have a lot of time and feels like you have a lot of space. And that's why I really enjoyed about the Deagle only video, the footage that I got for it, because it made me realize how much time I actually have to make something happen. And if you don't, if you die or if you go empty and like you fail, that's okay. With this game, I'll just say it, like I'm a rifler. Like I'm not good at opping. I'm not good. I'm okay with the scout, mostly because of movement, but like it's not a role that I naturally find myself comfortable in. And here's the thing. If you're more of like an entry frag rifler, and that's the role that you find more comfortable, and you want to learn to op, you have to do what I've done here, which is just take the time to bite the bullet and learn it. You can't ease yourself into it. You have to eco around it. You have to. One of the things I noticed in this game was like I'm constantly frustrated by the fact that I have to go 2 rounds without a gun so that I can, or like have a really strong scout round into like just playing the scout for another round and like surviving with that eco situation. Because the thing is, like, you're not going to get an op the same amount of times that you get like an AK or an M4, right? Like your rifle eco is just so much stronger, and that's not something I'm used to. Like when I'm playing, I'm so comfortable and so used to having just basically like you buy a pistol, you wait, and then you're good to go. But here I had to like actually wait it out and deagle around every once in a while and play saves, like full saves, that all the time. And usually I can get away with like armor and a PT50 or armor and a tech or something like that. But here I had to just like bite the bullet and eco around the way that I'm wanting to play. The interesting thing was on my Deagle only game, the game that I would say is objectively more troll, objectively more stupid, I actually won. We actually won the Desert Eagle only game, and I was feeding my teammates guns, but they were super mad at me, and like you guys saw it, like they were nading me and stuff. We actually won that game. Here on Nuke, I mean, you wouldn't consider that trolling. I'm just a rifler playing an op, but we got schmacked, And that's okay. Like, it's part of the process. I think the worst clip is when I get shot from under the silo with an op. Like, that was just so bad. But I have a couple of moments here where I do really, really bad. And there's very few, like, shots of this footage of this game where I actually, like, get a bunch of kills with the op. So, I mean, we got wrecked, we got destroyed, but the thing is, it was fun. Like, it was fun to watch, and it was fun to do, and the biggest thing is just those mindset shifts that you need to have. Okay, you need to learn to lose correctly. If you're losing because you just are trying the same thing over and over and over again and shoving your face into a blender, like, that's not a good way to lose. But if you're losing because you're trying something new or trying to get better at the game and learn to create an advantage that you never had before, whatever it is, you just, losing isn't not wasting a match. Throwing gives you the freedom to grow. And if you don't have this mindset, if you have this mindset of, I always have to win or I suck and I'm bad, then you're not going to enjoy the game. You're going to lose more games. And you're going to limit the skills that you can develop beyond just the rifler. Because in my last video, I talked about how rifling is the foundation. And that's true. But once you get comfortable in that, like, you want to expand your role. And you want to try new things. And that's good. And you should. You have to be willing to sit down and learn the foundations until you feel confident and comfortable in them, and you feel that you're good at them. And then you need to, like, take the time to explore, expand, learn lineups, learn nades, learn strats, try IGLing for a game and no one listens to you and it's super annoying, right? Or try lurking for a game when you're usually more front-footed and you'd like to play more aggressive. Like, try different things that your team might consider throwing or your teammates might get mad at you for. But what do they know? Who cares what they think, right? Just, they're like, listen, if you're low elo or mid elo or not high elo, there's a reason your teammates are there too. So their opinions of you mean literally nothing as long as you're not, like, lighting them on fire or actively throwing the game like crazy bad. So don't troll, but be willing to throw. And I think you'll be surprised how much more you'll grow in the game and how much more confident you'll feel going back to things that you're more comfortable with when you've stepped out of your comfort zone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe and comment what you think about this throwing idea.